Welcome back. We're here with the penultimate recap of the Osumania 4K World Cup 2025. Strap in because this final stage was one of the craziest we've had in recent memory. Every single match was incredibly close, so we're going to look at all of them and what went down in each. Without further ado, let's get started.
In the past years, Chile has been a dominant early to mid-game threat. However, they often fall off in the later game. Their opponents this week, Thailand, is a team that has the opposite problem, because they just continue to get stronger as the tournament goes on. The match is a battle of how well each team can scale as we enter the late game of the tournament. With bans and protects finish, Chile bans LN3 and Thailand bans Hybrid 3, with the first pick being Rice 7 from Thailand. And with the 3-way FC, Chile appears to be in trouble when it comes to the more physical picks. Next, Chile chose Hybrid 3, where Antarex decided to stop playing midway through the map, instantly guaranteeing the win for Thailand. However, given Konkawi's 992k, it would have been exceedingly difficult for Chile to win under any circumstances. Now with the breakpoint, Thailand decides to go for Hybrid 1, which goes smoothly even against MWC's 996k. Chile has lost so many points, so to maintain morale for the team, they need to win this pick of Rice 3, and Antarex was able to step up with the only FC on the team, allowing them to win a very narrow pick. Both teams really don't want to play Lens, especially with Thailand's Rice 1 pick, and this map remained closely contended right until the end.
We're at the back end of this chart now.
Oh
There's
my
no
gosh. And he missings
way.
it. And he missings this.
No, don't do this. Don't do this at the very end. This is actually getting very close.
Can Chile hold on for a break point in this match? But MWC!
No!
Out of all of the players, but ParasolTree! There's enough time! There's not enough
Oh my
time!
god!
Saved by the
Just
bell!
At the back end of the chart, two players miss right at the very end, and that miss was messy for Muka.
Chile moves from one jump stream to another with Rice 2, but its difficulty is far greater. This proves too much for Chile as every single player on the team missed, while Thailand was able to get another 3-way FC. Thailand is close to match point, and they could be about to guarantee a tiebreaker. Finally, a team picks LN, as Thailand chooses LN4, and the map stays close up until the end, with uncertainty over whether Antarex's early release would swing the lead.
Backup is still not changing out of the 99.41.
Oh my god.
He's still not budging at all. Performance needs to regain that footing back up.
Wait,
It's dropping though.
Chile got it!
Chile,
And
no, no. Oh my god. Why would you do that at the very end of it?
What?
That could have costed that lead if it was like 5 notes earlier.
Being able to stop match point from happening, Chile goes for one of their best picks, Rice 4. And what can I say? MWC is known for having incredible accuracy, but still, a 999k is just absurd. Thailand has lost 3 points in a row, but they still have plenty of margin to work with. They don't want to tempt fate with LN, so they go for Rice 6, where Chile was in the lead the whole time, but a few unfortunate drops swing it back to Thailand's favor, narrowly escaping the 4th loss point. Now, Thailand is on match point, and Chile needs to win 3 points in a row to tie it up. We've already seen it happen in the match, so there is a chance that it'll happen again. They ultimately decide to round out the hybrid pool with Hybrid 2, but they weren't able to make their dreams a reality. Congrats to Thailand, whose team MVP is Konkawi, who continues to scale more and more as the tournament goes on. Thailand now has to play the winner of the United Kingdom and South Korea, but Chile, I just want to say, you all played amazingly. This Thai team is no joke, and it was impressive to see them stand toe-to-toe with such a strong opponent.
The United Kingdom versus South Korea was a battle to see who could move on to the conditionals to face Thailand. And it started off with the UK doing what they do best by picking Rice 6. The set started off with an early miss from Citra, and whether you want to frame it as a good omen for the UK or a bad omen for South Korea, the first map went over to the red team quite easily. South Korea went for Hybrid 4, a very common first pick this weekend. In the middle section, 3 players missed at essentially the same time, and the numbers favored the United Kingdom, who were able to take an early breakpoint. With a stride in their step, the UK picked Rice 8, a map that was heavy on the tech. Surprisingly, South Korea had an insane point and accuracy lead with only a sliver of the map left. But remember how I said it was heavy on the tech?
Zooming up for all three of them. There's a miss from IME. That might be a big deal. We're going to see this lead shrink really quickly. Nard finding a miss as well. Hang on a second.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, wait. I keep missing. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Stop missing.
Oh, that was way too close. I thought when they had the 20,000 point lead, it was basically over.
By the slimmest of margins, South Korea takes the point and ends up going for LN3 afterwards. SK flexes their noodles and returns to normalcy with a dominant win on their own pick. The points are in equilibrium, and the UK tries to disrupt that balance with their Protect Rice 1. Gex takes a miss halfway through, and with the map closing out, the UK is sure to secure the... Wait, hold on guys. Why is my voice fading like we're transitioning to the commentary?
Still in the lead, but it's not by much. They can't afford any kind of 200 drops. And it's flickering back and forth with this roll at the end.
Oh my god!
At the last second!
Oh my god. That could have been it for United Kingdom. If just any later, they could have taken it, but that miss from Spanner, dude.
So, SK yet again gets away with highway robbery, and their escape plan is to go through Hybrid 3. The wheels are in motion and they evade the United Kingdom with ease as they cruise through to the next point. The momentum from the start has totally reversed and SK has taken the last 4 points. UK needs change to happen, so they try Rice 5 on for size. Fittingly, it's their turn to run away with a big lead and take the map. Now it's South Korea to try out their own Protect of LN1, and yet again we have an insanely close ending. The UK had 2 FCs while SK didn't have any to their name. Even so, SK's LN accuracy shines through as they snag another close one. United Kingdom's time is running out, and they pick Rice 7 to host an abandoned shrine party. It's 2 misses to 1 in the late game favoring the UK, and the ball is in their court and it's happening again to my audio, isn't it? What's going on?
Zooming pick together a couple 200s. The
They
screen is
can't afford
flickering.
200s at all. Wait, the scoring goes
no.
towards South Korea at the end here. Do they manage to hold on to it though? Are there going to be any 200s at the end? No. It's going to be the third map that South Korea wins by 3-digit points, less than 1,000 points in 3 different maps. And Gex?
South Korea is at match point. The pool is getting shallow and they exhaust the last LN pick of LN4. Unlike the other long note picks, the United Kingdom find themselves with a healthy lead towards the end of the map. They just need to get through. Wait, no.
Not again. 1,000
going
points.
back.
Oh my god, not again. We're in the outro.
Oh, South Korea is leading now. Oh, this is disaster for United Kingdom. Wait, there's still a bit more.
It could be another point, a 4th one that South Korea wins by less than 500 points.
Oh man, that is so hard to watch. That is so unlucky for United Kingdom.
The match ends after a generational run of close maps, and South Korea takes the set in what very well could have gone the distance. Congratulations to the United Kingdom for finishing 5th this year, but the 2 winning teams we just covered must now face each other to decide who reaches the podium.
The 2 teams have been decided. It's a battle between Thailand and South Korea. They fought in the MWC 2024 semifinals. This time, however, it's on one of the highest stages. The winner reaches the podium, while the loser will be stuck just 1 step away from greatness. Thailand bans Rice 8 and Korea bans Rice 3. After Korea chose Hybrid 3, and with this pick, Korea started off strong, since Parponger seemed to struggle a lot with the awkward style of Hybrid. Parponger is a formidable Rice player, so to mitigate third player syndrome as much as possible, Thailand opted to play Rice 7, letting us see just how well they perform when all players are playing comfortably. Parponger scored a 994k, showing that he isn't a liability, and Konkawa added a 995k as well. They are now trying to make Parponger struggle. Korea chose Hybrid 4, but a reversal from Hybrid 3 happened because Citra was struggling instead of Parponger, giving Thailand the early breakpoint of the match.
Double miss, and we still have the outro. Those Jacks are still holding in. Parponger finding a miss, but I don't think it's going to be enough. Thailand are going to be taking their first breakpoint against South Korea.
Really close towards the end, small margins, and Thailand are very lucky that those misses at the end didn't end up costing them. It was the ACK drop there from Citra that really cost South Korea.
Since Thailand did so well on Rice 7, they chose Rice 1. The map stayed close until Pavin missed, which shifted the lead to Korea and evened up the scores. Throughout the tournament, Korea has repeatedly picked hybrids, and once again, they tried their best to exhaust the pool with their pick of Hybrid 2. But it looked like the dominating advantage they had on Hybrid 3 was a fluke, since this was another insanely close hybrid map. So far, Thailand has only picked Rice, but now they've decided to switch it up, going for LN4. Once they finish the map, Thailand easily pushes through with 2 FCs and a high accuracy score from Pavin. The score is 3-3, and Korea believes Thailand's LN scores was a coincidence, so they picked LN3 instead of finishing off the hybrid pool. And throughout the match, Pavin's misses have often determined the outcomes of maps. The same pattern continues. Pavin misses 2 times, giving Korea the map victory, which puts them ahead 4-3 in the match. Thailand continues to switch up their map choice by picking Rice 5, and even in finals, all 6 players managed to FC. However, with Nod and Gex both posting dominant 996 scores, their accuracy proves too strong and Korea scores a much needed breakpoint. Last time we saw a breakpoint, Thailand immediately gave it back. But if Korea wants to cleanly move on, they must win this. By choosing Rice 6, both teams show that they want to avoid the easier maps and opted for a tougher challenge. As well, this pick worked out perfectly because once again they had 2 insane scores from Nod and Gex. Korea is 1 map away from winning the match. For Thailand to force the TV, they need to win a map that Korea picked. Though, first they need to win their pick of Hybrid 1. This was one of the most devastating maps of the match. Thailand held the lead, but Pavin choked during the break, and that miss caused them the lead and crushed their hopes of finishing in top 3 again.
We have not much map left, but
Oh my god, there's Pavin!
that is a very nasty miss, and a 50 as well. If South Korea just hold on, they'll be able to take this breakpoint and take victory into getting the podium.
That last miss at the end, now Thailand are gonna have to hope that South Korea finds a mistake at the end of this. But these Rice Pans are not the ones that South Korea's been struggling on this map. Pavin with another miss at the end, and Parponga, that seals it. South Korea are going to claim the podium spot next week in Grand Finals.
Insane performance by everyone, and well played to everyone as well. Looking at those...
Match MVP goes to Gex, since they were the crucial support that Korea needed to be able to overtake Thailand in so many of these maps. It's sad to see Thailand get so close to top 3 once again and fall just short, but I just know next year they will come back stronger than ever.
The only match left is, of course, the United States versus China. It's the winners bracket finals, Seed 1 versus Seed 2, and might I add as a spoiler, the closest match this week. We've truly saved the best for last. Jump scare warning, SunApple and I are the commentators for this match, so don't get too confused with the transitions. The set starts off with China picking Rice 6, and with Hello Sun taking too much damage throughout the chart, China gets off with a decently sized victory. Now it's the US's turn, and they opt for Hybrid 4. They seemed confident in their first pick, until they didn't. And then they did again.
Dirty miss that will give a chance for US, and it's looking like they will have it as long as they are able to consistently play this section. Be sure to look out for Peach Marrow. They have been struggling a bit more on these kind of mini jacks, but it's not looking like that's going to be the case, and US just barely clenching it out with the 8k lead.
Yeah, 8k on a map like this is nothing, and ooh, United States barely breezing by. Despite winning by a similar margin as China on the last point, this one was much more contested. After letting it slip through their fingers, China sent it on Rice 5. Due to Bancho being Bancho, for a large part of the second half it was unclear who actually missed and who was winning the map. As the dust settled, China ended up on top. Now down by a point, the United States dives into the noodles with the fan favorite Yuru Hua Jukai girl, LN2. The noodles might have been a little too thick though, as the LN density proved to be a challenge towards the end of the map. For China, are they going to take the first break point of the match? It's getting very close. Are there enough points for the United States to claw this map back? It does seem so, as long as they can hold, and they do. What a close map. 1,000 points, SunApple, less than 1,000.
That's absolutely absurd. The US having 2 different players break in multiple different sections and still winning against a 3-way FC from China just shows how dominant they are on these LN accuracy.
The US hangs on by a thread, tying things up. China's still favoring the techier Rice maps and select their Protect Rice 7. The US drops a bit too much early on, but with better accuracy, the end of the map is decided by a Razor's Edge. Streams falling down, and the United States almost there. Only 1,000 points. There's not too much map left, and the accuracy is shining through. Are they able to take it at the last second? It's flipping back and forth. Last couple of notes. No! Another close map between these two teams, but this time China is the one to survive.
That was absolutely insane. I don't know what I just barely taking a bit too dirty of a miss at the end. But Wolem's SS has been able to help out their team so much.
China defends their map pick successfully, so the United States fails to seize the break point. They retreat into Hybrid 2. The set finally takes a turn as the US takes repeated drops throughout the chart, while China holds 2 full combos to secure the first breakpoint of the match. China is now up 4-2, but the entire mixed rice and tech section of the pool are now off the table. They think for a bit and end up on Rice 2, the speedier jump stream of the two available. It's worth pointing out that for all 6 maps so far, the United States kept the same players of Neptune, Peach Marrow, and Hello Sun. They make a couple swaps and field Manu plus Rush Ram. Fresh off of warming up, both of them perform, allowing the United States to regain a break point. With a chance to equalize, their Protect LN1 is chosen. We had a long run of close maps and breakpoints, but this is the first one in a while where the team that chose the map won by a healthy amount. It's now 4-4. The rest of the set is now a best of 5, so China takes a risk and goes for Hybrid 3. This was a calculated move due to some of the US players struggling with Jackie sections in all categories of the pool. Spider Tank's relentless firepower overwhelms China, however, as none of them FC'd, whereas Neptune pulled through with a 9-9-4, giving the United States their first lead of the set. They are now up and also have the next pick. Since they had won on Jumpstream previously, US thinks Rice 3 is a good idea. This time, however, it's China showing off with an incredible triple FC, headlined by Wolem's 9-9-4. This is now China's final pick. They need to secure this one, or else they'll have to pull off another breakpoint to save their winner's bracket life. Hybrid 1 was the last bullet in their chamber, but unfortunately the gun was pointed at their own foot. ParasolTree missed an entire section, and the gap was too wide to close in on, resulting in the greatest margin of victory so far. Match point is here for the United States. They just need to close out one final point. LN3 is the last chart chosen. The US has to lead 3/4 of the way in. Hey, wait, guys, I thought this bit was over.
And there it is, and that's a dirty one. This Chinese lead has swung a quarter of the map left. They have to hold on. They don't have a choice. They are trapped at this moment. 5K. I don't even think a miss can happen. That miss from Peach Marrow was absolutely devastating. I think we'll see it. I think it's time. Tiebreaker hype. Another miss from Peach Marrow will seal it out. It's time. China going to tiebreaker on winners finals against the US. First time US has ever lost maps, and it's whenever they go to tiebreaker.
When I said this was the best match of the weekend, I was not kidding. What a story this has been, and the final chapter of the match for the top 2 seeds couldn't be anything else other than the tiebreaker. There really isn't much else I can say. Let's just roll the clip.
Matching up to US on any side that they can, making sure that any mistakes happen are accounted for.
Exactly, and here we go into what is essentially the final section. Everyone has done well to keep combos since that shaky midway of the map, and we are at a very quick LN density section, and it doesn't seem like anyone's gonna drop anytime soon, is what I would say if Minwoo didn't flounder. China, just little inroads, but not a lot of time left. The last grains of sand are falling through the hourglass of fermion amplification. Can China squeeze water from stone and stage a comeback?
Dude, are you kidding me? Minwoo taking another miss, and it's happening again and again. This lead has gone from 6K to 2K.
No way, no
Is
way.
it enough time, or did Minwoo miss too much? I don't think there's enough map.
I don't think so. It's such a calm outro, but the score lead is dwindling little by little. Unfortunately, I think Minwoo dropped too late in the match, and oh my goodness, the United States is going to hold on and take out China from the winner's bracket by 1,000 points in the tiebreaker.
I'm shaking. What is there to say? Is Neptune one miss? Okay, that's one of the scores of all time, to say the least. 993.
Just actual full body chills with how this match has gone. You had it all. You had big wins, big break points. You had the tiebreaker. You had the overarching storyline, and I have nothing to say except I am so excited to see what crops up in the losers grand finals. The cinematic set ends with a photo finish, and the United States is the one to overcome fermion amplification. They retain their spot in the winners finals and advance to their 3rd straight grand finals, while China, who lost 6-7, will face South Korea for another shot at the crown. After such a heartbreaking end for them this weekend, we interviewed China to hear their thoughts on the match and their determination to return to the top.
Hello everybody and welcome to the finals interview. This week I have Team China. I'm really excited because this team has been really influential, I guess, in the tournament because they've gone so far. But with that being said, enough about that. I just want to introduce y'all. I have FoaMelt, the team captain, as well as ParasolTree, one of the old players on the team. So, can you two introduce yourselves?
Hello everyone. FoaMelt, also called FME, just a normal, game player.
Hello, I'm ParasolTree.
I'm a player who's good at holding combos, and that's about it.
Yeah.
Alright, perfect. Alright, so I just want to get into a bit more specific questions to both of y'all. So, firstly, to FoaMelt. The Chinese team has had a lot of roster switches in the past year. I think it's been like 3 or 4 changes in just specific players. And FoaMelt, you've become the new captain, even as one of those new roster players. How has it been moving up to being the captain, even in your first year playing?
Although this is my first time leading Team China in MWC this year, I've had many experiences leading teams in other games, so I was pretty chill about the overall experience. And I saw a lot of the challenges coming to us beforehand, such as internal team communications, as well as scheduling matches with other teams. So that's why I don't think being a team leader has been much of a challenge.
So, ParasolTree, you are one of the few returning players for this MWC roster. and last year y'all got so close to actually being able to win it. Do you think this year y'all are once again pretty close in guaranteed a podium spot? Do you think you have a chance at actually getting to the podium spot? And if so, what do you think is different about this team compared to last year?
I think we do have a better shot at winning this year, because last year, although China finished as second place, we didn't really have the opportunity to win that many points against US in grand finals. This year, we were able to go into tiebreaker during finals, and that alone just showcased we have more potential in us. With that said, we still have to face South Korea in losers bracket first, and South Korea is also known as a strong contender in MWC. We will need to further refine our team's consistency on maps and further strengthen our skill sets on the high difficulty maps for grand finals.
Y'all have obviously been practicing the grand finals maps since your match. Little spoilers for anybody watching the interview in the future is in about 2 hours, I think. It's very, very soon for South Korea, so y'all have definitely been practicing a lot. So how are y'all feeling on the map pool so far, especially against two pretty physical teams?
Although ParasolTree said we have a shot at winning, but I think it will still be a challenge for us to face South Korea in losers bracket. The South Korean team is well known to excel in later rounds, where the map difficulty is increasingly hard. And this year, China's team roster is focused more on overall consistency rather than gauging in high difficulty maps. For Grand Finals map pool, some of our team members find the Rice and Hybrid maps to be extremely hard. And the only thing that we can do is to bring out the best performance we possibly can and hope for the best.
To either of y'all, whoever can answer. So y'all obviously last week went to tiebreaker and against the US. You were the first team to actually take a map, let alone 6, off of the US team so far in the tournament. Did you expect to get so close to winning? And if so, how did you feel going to tiebreaker and just barely losing?
I do
think our finals match against the US team was unexpected, especially ending up in a tiebreaker situation. The US team was obviously missing Dev, and the Chinese team was missing Don X, both of them being the core team members. So it was a rare situation to happen during matches, and we just took advantage of this opportunity to just enjoy the match and to score as many points as we could. I think for Grand Finals map pool, both South Korea and US are strong contenders, with the South Korean team having the ability to excel on Rice maps, and the US team being able to perform very well on LN maps. Though I don't think South Korea and US are invincible. Our team is pretty well-rounded in both Rice and LN maps, with a good overall consistency in holding combos. We'll just have to see how the matches actually go.
Thank you all so much for the interview. It has been amazing to be able to talk to the Chinese players, since I know the language barrier is extremely difficult. Before anything, FoaMelt or ParasolTree, do y'all have any comments or shoutouts that y'all want to say just before we end?
I want to give a special thanks to you, Sakura006.
Thank you.
All international friends might not know, but no exaggeration, without his work for China community. Now, without his work for community, we Chinese team would not be here today. We have known him for years and got so much help from him. So this match means something extra for us. Even though he's really low-key, but he is actually super great. Anyway, let's all look forward to the next match. Okay, I'm all done.
Alright, thank you so much. ParasolTree, do you have anything to add?
WOEM 太强了，无需证明，直接成立。
Okay. 这句话要翻译吗？
He just said WOEM is he said that WOEM is like he's another member of Team China, and he basically just said A Willem is too strong, and this does not need to be proven.
Okay, I can see. Yeah, very true. Willem has been playing insane. You're all good. All right.
Worm is very stronger player.
It's crazy how good Willem has been playing throughout the tournament. Just like being able to just consistently get top scores, and I was very sad to not be able to interview them. But I do think I got two very great players as well with both of y'all. But with that being said, thank y'all so much for watching. Once again, a special shout out not only from me as well to Sakura006 for doing the translations and helping us bridge the gap between this language barrier. I don't think this would have been able to be done without them. But now it's time to go to the outro. Over to you, Dinah.
That'll be it for the finals recap. We hope you enjoyed this one, as a lot of love was poured into it considering the hype surrounding each and every match. We hope to see you again next week, where we'll cover the last two matches of this year's MWC. Catch you next time.